What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory, where, man, have I built a team for you guys. The team on the screen now is hopefully going to cover us off for about 3 billion objectives. I bought one player for the team. It is at Mike Maignan in goal. We put in the Lucy Bronze that we packed at the end of yesterday's video. We've got Tomori and Saliba with Jordi Alba in there as well. I've got this Mohamed Kudus in at right mid. I'll explain why in a very short moment. And then we've got Nwaneri and Sergio Busquets in that centre midfield. Set up with Bahoya at left mid. And then Bayer up front with Blackstenius. And then on the bench, I've got the two Evo boys, Klein and Fryer, who will hopefully get on the field over time. I've also got Lamine. I don't need him. I want Harder on there because we got her yesterday as well. And I really want to try this card up front specifically. I think she's going to be brilliant there. But yeah, we got Harder, Quadrado, Kone, Di Maria, and Gale on the bench. I'm actually going to take Gale off for Simeone. I want another tiki-taka base player. Lots of right-sided options here that I don't really need. I don't have... Oh, I have got left-sided. Don't have a centre-back spare, but that doesn't matter. So why this team, why this particular group of players, including this Bahoya, who we only ever used before when he had the screen boost? Well, I was looking at objectives, and I thought to myself, we spoke a lot yesterday about how I didn't want to play Rivals. It's currently 7:30 in the evening. I haven't got any Rivals points. However, I thought to myself, let me get prepared. I really want to script out, write down all of the things I need to do on this account to kind of get up to scratch, get everything completed and polished off and finished, so that then I can focus on the crappers as well. And I started looking at the objectives that I needed to do, and I thought, do you know what? This might be a really good opportunity to just grind out some Rivals and complete basically everything. So, by the team that we've built, the daily objectives and weekly objectives will be there. The only thing we won't have is play 10 squad battles matches with 3 Italians in the starting lineup. We haven't got that one yet. It's not overly necessary, but we can also do this after squad battles rewards. Rivals rewards, not a problem. Win 7 matches in general we need to do, and score 10 goals using a player from Serie A. That will do with some Italians. We'll kind of couple those together, but this SP is not going to be the most valuable. We need to play 5 Rivals games. That will give us 500 SP. The seasonal objective of playing 25 will give us another whole bunch of SP, and it will give us that week 3 completionist for an 83/2. I know you're thinking that's pretty mad. As for these two, we're just going to park those for now. We've got over a week to do those. In campaign for Gundogan, we need to assist 8 goals using a player from Germany. That's why Bayer is up at striker. We need to score 8 goals using a player from Bundesliga. That's why Bayer is up at striker. And we need to win 8 matches with 1 Borussia Dortmund player in the starting 11. That's why Bayer is up at striker. We will get all 3 of these done with him, and we'll complete Gundogan, who I actually really want in the team to play with and try. For Alex Greenwood, we need to play 5 matches with 3 English players. That is why there is Ethan Nwaneri, Lucy Bronze, and who's the other English player? I might have made a mistake there. It might have to be Ashley Cole going in left back if I haven't got a third English player. We need to assist 5 goals with our left back. We need to score 10 goals using a player from the Barclays WSL. That is why Blackstenius is up front. And we just need to win 5 games of Rush Rivals or Squad Battles. And then for Hugo Lloris, we need to play 5 matches with 3 French players, which is why Bahoya, Saliba, and Maignan are in the team. Oh, Tomori is the 3rd English player. That's right. We need to keep 2 clean sheets whilst having an MLS player in our starting 11, which is Busquets and Jordi Alba. We need to play 5 matches whilst having a 1 minimum French and 1 Premier League player. So Saliba covers off both of those, but we have 3 French and multiple Prem players. And we need to win 3 games whilst having a Spurs player in the starting 11, which is why, of course, Kudus is in at right mid. So basically, I'm going to play 5 or 6 games of Rivals, hopefully have completed an insane amount of these objectives, and then kind of change the team more accordingly, and then enable us to kind of start working on some of the seasonal stuff as well here for the weekly objectives, and maybe for these icons as well. But I thought, do you know what? We can actually polish off an insane amount of content by using this team in Rivals and get Rivals rewards for today as well. So 3 birds, 4 birds, 5 birds, 1 stone, 1 team, 1 goal. Let's go into Rivals and win some games. All right, guys, as we go into the gameplay, I am only showing the wins and draws. The reason being, I played this game for 6 hours to get 30 points, guys. And it was actually a really interesting run of 6 hours because I got 11 points. How did I get 11 points? 3 wins and 2 draws. I got 11 points in the first, literally the first like 6 games. I lost one. Every time I got on a streak, I immediately didn't win the next one. But yeah, I got 11 points like really, really quickly with a couple of rage quits in there and stuff. And I was like, damn, like this is going to be nice and easy to get there. And worst case scenario, we stop at 15 points. I'm only 14 points away from it. So it only took me about an hour to get 11 points. So in my head, I'm thinking, nice, like we might be able to do this in about 3 hours. You know, maybe a bit less if we get some rage quits and go on some streaks. And I'm genuinely thinking to myself in my head, we're in Division 5 at this point. I hadn't been promoted to Division 4 yet. You know, we still haven't played much since the new season, even though we're at the end of the new season now. And because we're at the end of the new season, I'm thinking people would have played up by now. Like, I'm hopefully going to be in a situation where we just get some nice and easy games. Oh, how wrong I was. Oh, how wrong I was. People are insane. Casuals have gone, and because it's so hard down here, people that should be in higher divisions can't get to those higher divisions because it's so difficult. And so what you end up with is an insane number of people struggling because they're playing against good players, and it was just hard. So after that first hour of me getting 11 points, I honestly probably played about 7 or 8 games without getting a single win after that. It was really tough. The good news was I was completing objectives whilst doing it, because a lot of the objectives I had was play objectives, score objectives, keep clean sheet objectives, assist objectives. Wins weren't the requirements for those objective cards that we're working on. They were just a requirement for the rewards. So it didn't matter too much, but it was quite difficult playing with players like Blackstenius and Bayer and, you know, whoever else we had. Like, that was on me. I chose to do that, though. And I think if I could do it again, I'd choose to do that again anyway. Not a problem. But yeah, it was really hard. And then I went through a few hours where I just really struggled to get a single win. I changed to a 4-4-1-1. Once I'd done a lot of the objective stuff, I'd switch to a 4-4-1-1, put Gabriel Jesus in at cam, finesse shot plus 5-star weak for in at cam, guys. Oh, I think it's so strong, so overpowered. And once I built the better team back up with all the kind of like better players, I started picking up wins like real quick again. And then the last hour, I ended up picking up like 12 points in the last hour as well. So like my first hour and last hour of Rivals was really like, I was like, oh, this is nice. It was just that 4-hour stint in between where it took me, first hour I got 11 points, last hour I got 12 points. In that middle 4 hours, I got 7 points. And so it was quite painful. But we've got some comments. The first one is from Yes Lovey. Says, I think just playing to 15 points in Rivals is close to being worth it. I haven't touched it for 2 weeks now, or champs. I have a stacked club and evos on my RTG just from doing live events and the odd squad battles games to complete evos. Near zero stress, have fun card collecting as well. So I actually want to couple this comment with another comment that I got from Danny Shaw. And Danny says, been a fan of the RTG since FIFA 17. Would be sad to see it come to an end, but if a different approach feels better for you, that's what you got to do, bro. I also agree with you. I don't want to end the RTG. I need to reimagine it. I need to find a more appropriate way of enjoying playing the game and grinding the game and showing people that you can have fun. And I got caught up in the RTGs over the last 4 or 5 years of, you know, my RTGs used to, well, the original RTGs used to be about like building a team, getting to Division 1, winning it, and that would be it. That would literally be it. An RTG would last a couple of weeks at most, and then you'd just do it again, right? You'd start a new RTG series, and the aim was pretty much the same. It wasn't until FIFA, I want to say 16, where they introduced the Aubameyang, Royce, and some other like footies card, where actually building an account over time used to be what I did. But even then, I would only log on to the RTG account and play it if there was something to play for. You know, if there was no objective or no promo that I wanted to like build packs for or do BPM for or whatever, I just wouldn't play it. You know, that would be that. Then we got to FIFA 17 when Foot Champs came. And that's when the RTGs kind of started changing, but not really, like, even in FIFA 17, it wasn't really daily uploads. It was maybe 3 a week or 4 a week in amongst some draft videos and in amongst some 6 p.m. content videos, because the 6 p.m. content never used to be every day either. And so the RTGs really developed over time until we got to about FIFA 19, FIFA 18, FIFA 19, where it not only became about this kind of like daily grind of showing everything, it also became about trying to get the best results. Trying to get into the elite division, trying to get the elite 1 or rank 1, trying to get top 200 squad battles. And when I was thinking, I was going through my old videos a few days ago, really trying to like get some inspiration for the RTG series and really trying to figure out where it went. And I thought about it. I watched a few of those videos back and I thought, do you know what? The RTG was never, ever about trying to be the best player on a free-to-play account. It was always about showing people how to enjoy playing on a free account, having the best opportunity to play at their best level on a best account. And what you say there, yes, Lovey, about, you know, you don't even play Rivals, you don't need to play Champs, you could just do Gauntlet, some squad battles for Evos, and maybe some like you'd need to find a way to generate coins for Evos from somewhere else. But for me personally, I sat there and I think we've got this Gauntlet 5 coming. That would be a brilliant video to make. We've got this silver tournament here and the silver league here. That's some quality content to make. We've got, you know, we can do some rival stuff to do some objectives and whatnot. But what I think I want to go back to is not trying to prove that I'm the best player on earth. We know I'm not. And especially now with my lack of care, my lack of care of trying to get better, my stresses and frustrations, and probably just needing a break from this game. Even if it was like for a month or two, I could really probably just do with a break from playing this game to like re-energize. But also like my lack of skill, you know, the fact that I haven't learned certain ways to be better at this game. I sat there and thought, why am I trying to still prove that I'm the best? I'm not. We know I'm not. And unless I just really went out of my way to do it, there's no point trying to pretend that that's what sort of player I am anymore. So I want to go back to being the sort of creator on a road to glory to show people how to get the most out of playing the game in the time that you have to play the game. And I actually sat there and I thought, do you know what? These games that I've done here, building that squad to go into Rivals and complete a wealth of objectives for players and SP, I thought that is exactly what the road to glory is about. And what that like made me think was I should have actually done an even better job of it, because I kind of just used what I had hanging around in my club. I probably could have built a really, really good team. Like, instead of using Bahoya at left mid, you know, it would have been nice to use him for a game or two. If he felt good, carry on. If he didn't, guys, I'm not using Bahoya anymore. I've got to sell him. I've got to replace him with somebody else that still fits the margins for the objectives, but isn't him because he wasn't very good. Instead, I persevered with him. I fought through the pain with him, and I just shouldn't have done that, you know. So yeah, I don't want to end the RTG. I personally really need to find a new way to connect with a road to glory where I feel like I'm getting value for time. And that is a thing that I've spoken about the most over the last few weeks, and probably since this game came out actually, and it's more a testament to a lot of your comments from yesterday as well that I haven't read out, is that playing Rivals just isn't worth it because you just don't get a lot at the end. And so, yeah, I think value versus time proposition has to now be considered when we're going to do something on the road to glory. Is this actually worth the time it's going to take to do? If the answer is no, we just won't do it. And if that means champs and rivals, do you know what? Let it mean champs and rivals, and let it be a lesson to EA if they care. Hey, even your most diehard hardcore players aren't playing your core game modes because there is no value there. Anyway, as we move on, Villaminium says, I agree with the comment about tiki-taka being overpowered. You can create far better attacking patterns of play, so much so that I now Evo a different team that has been built this way, and I never find myself playing with it far more than any other team. I didn't have anything to say on that. I just thought it was a nice message. Nate says, what's the origin story for Evoing Fryer? I somehow missed that episode. Good young player for my Jets. Sucks he got injured again. He's been injured, has he? There was no origin story, actually. Like, when I just decided to use other players, even before I'd actually gone into A-League, he was just a player that fit the Evo, that was super low rated, that I had in the club, that I thought, yeah, we'll do him. Is he first owner? I can't remember. Ultimately, there's no Evo story there. I just used him, but I'm glad I did, because he's actually like a pretty sick card, to be fair, which is quite nice. Guna Stee says, go back to the early drops, Nep. Needed this today to kill work hours, not after work. So I tried doing the RTG at 10 a.m. every day. My thought process was, if the 6 p.m. content can come out and I can like add it in for the next video for the morning, that'd be great. But it just wasn't sustainable. Sometimes the videos weren't even getting pushed live until like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that was with me like kind of rushing and forcing through content and not really taking care of it. So I thought to myself, rather than try and keep forcing the 10 a.m. upload that's clearly not working, I'm going to go back to the 10 p.m. upload. If you like them at 10 a.m., just don't watch the 10 p.m. one until 10 a.m. Just pretend that that's when it gets uploaded. It'll be the same. I tried to do it as well to like, I wanted, like, you know, you're getting Rivals rewards on Thursday evening now instead of Thursday morning. Like, I kind of wanted it to be early, so like when the Squad Battles reward came out, you got Squad Battles rewards on Sunday morning instead of Sunday evening. But as we've just discussed, and as has been discussed to death, the rewards just aren't worth it. They're not even worth it for videos, man. Like, reward videos used to get big titles and used to be like really big for views. Nobody cares anymore because nobody packs anything in this game. And on that note, Jude the Goat says, cheers Nep, good to see someone getting a promo, because obviously yesterday's video I titled like, I finally packed a promo card, which was harder, by the way, and it was, you know, she's a pretty good card, but like legitimately, like, that is an achievement, even though she's like a 13k card. As Jude the Goat goes on to say, no, but in all seriousness, I don't want to come across as complaining because I'm not trying to sound like a crybaby, but I've packed Scream Al Oiran, who is brilliant, of course, but only a few 85s outside of that, and it's a pain to grind for packs that give now. And yeah, I think when we look at the players that I've packed now, I've stopped Squad Battles for the last 2 weeks, but I've never missed Champs or Rivals. Fortunately for this one, didn't even miss Rivals now at all. Never missed Champs or Rivals, never missed any Gauntlet, any tournament, any objective or anything. I've just missed 2 weeks of Squad Battles. I reckon I've packed 5 promo cards. Outside of packs that don't give guaranteed promo cards, right? And even then, when we do the guaranteed promo card packs, we're getting the bottom feeders. I've got Lotte Vibben 4 times. We've got, from Champs Rewards this week, we've got an 84 rated player. Like, it's like abnormally difficult to pack promo cards, even the bottom end ones. And that, again, just turns people off, man. Why would you want to play this game to get standard gold cards that basically everyone can afford? I just don't think you would. And then last but not least, on that note, funnily enough, Matt All That says, Nep, the biggest thing about this game is that we do not get rewarded for simply playing it. Unlike Arc Raiders, for example, we get rewards for playing it and better rewards for doing well. Rewards on FC are horrific. Gameplay and content both fall behind store engagement for EA. I think I might be done entirely until rewards are buffed at least. Yeah, and you are right? It's not worth it. The one thing that I would say... What was that pick from? Was that Season Pass pick? Nice. I forgot about that. The one thing that I would say that I've talked about before that I still think would be the absolute best thing for EA to do to encourage people to play more, to play any mode, and to have fun. The one thing I would say is give ways for us to earn multipliers on our coins at the end of the game. The end of all these games, you know, I played like 21 games here. I earned about 14,000 coins from 21 games. I should have earned 50 or 60 or 70 or 80,000 coins after those 21 games. But through doing objectives within Ultimate Team to boost my coin multiplier, things that take time, things that take creativity, things that, you know, ways to engage with the game where it's like, oh man, if I just do this, this and this, I can turn my coin multiplier from 1.5 to 1.8. All of a sudden you're getting an extra like 200 coins per game. How awesome is that? If you could keep building and building it until you get like plus 10 multiplier, now all of a sudden you're picking up like 5,000 coins a game. They can even have it reset at the end of the season. So you go back down to the multiplier and have to build it up again. But it just benefits people from playing the game. For me, it's the best way that I have personally thought of that would give people something for just playing and more for being better. Anyway, that is the end of the Rivals gameplay. Let's go and get our rewards. Right, guys, as I came on to get rewards, I had a little notification that apparently said, sorry about your evolution, something or others. I can get the thingy or bobby at the store. But actually, I logged on and this was there. Some Ultimate Scream content, some badges and an Ultimate Scream card. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know what the issue was. I didn't think I was missing these items, so thanks EA for sending them again. But just to talk before we go and grab our rewards here, yeah, I didn't have anything in the store. Just to talk before we go and grab our rewards here, a little bit about playing for those points. Oh my days, guys. It's a war zone in Rivals. It is so sweaty. And like, this isn't, you know, this isn't like a skill issue thing. This isn't a, oh, maybe you just hit Unk status and now all of a sudden you've gone from being able to be, you know, just shy of Elite last year, in Elite the year before, to can't get out of Division 5 or into Division 4 sort of thing. This is a, rewards are really not worth it. People just are not playing. Or playing up, and it is causing mayhem, absolute mayhem. And I really hope EA address it, because if I'm not having fun, you're not having fun. That's just the way it is. I just know that that's the way it is. I had one bounty in 21 games. Now, it took me 21 games to get the rewards there. However, especially when I only needed 6 more points, if I went 2 goals down in any game, I just backed out, right? I wasn't trying to sweat it. I was kind of looking for some easier wins. And there was some opponents I came up against that were so very evidently like Division 1/Division 2/Elite level players. There are also a lot of players that were so evidently Division 4 or Division 5 players. And it was like, I was ultimately just looking for those players by backing out when I was 2 goals down. This week, I won't leave it so late to get the points. The team that I started with ended with this team. I switched from the 4-4-2 into the 4-4-1-1. The 4-4-2 just wasn't working properly. And as soon as I switched into the 4-4-1-1, I picked up like 12 points in about 7 games or 6 games or something. It became way easier. I finished Zinsberger. I changed the back line. Obviously, I took all of those players out. You would have seen me already sort of like claim all of those objectives and those objective players, and I've nearly finished them now, which is really nice. We've got a little bit of work to do on them, but they are nearly done. But we can now get Division 4 Rivals rewards, and so let's hope this was worth it, guys. That's all I'm looking for, is to say that, oh, that grind was worth it. But this is what we get: a mega pack, 18k coins. And I tell you what, the coins are probably the most impressive thing. A 75x10 untradeable, a mega pack untradeable, 2 player picks that are untradeable, and then 2 player picks that are tradable. Is it going to represent value for time? We get Terry Abelera, untradeable, Milinkovic Savic, untradeable, and Leandro Trossard, untradeable. We'll take Milinkovic Savic in there. Let's do the 2 tradable, 1 of 3 83 plus player picks. We're going to get ourselves 84 Mary Earps, 83 Bonancia, and 84 Redondo. And then for number 2 of the tradable picks, we're going to get 84 Palacios, 83 Thomas Partey, and 83 Humland. And this is why, guys, it's just not worth. Here's the 84 plus player pick. It's 84 De Vrij, it's 87 De Bruyne, and it's 84 Boateng. Absolute EA, if you've ever watched this video, this is why. This is why people don't play. This is why. This is why people stay down. I got 1 bounty in 21 games. I got some 83s and 84s with 187 for 21 games of intense FC. We've got our 75 by 10. It's not a walkout. It's going to be... Who's that? Turland. Oh, it's Munham. Some more 83s and an 84 and another 84 in there. Untradeable, of course. So can't do much with that. And then a mega pack as well, guys. Leaves us with a Dutch centre mid. Few more 84s in there. But that is our lot, guys. Not a single special card. Not a single promo cards. Just bitter disappointment, ultimately. However, we're in for it. We're there for it. And we've done it. And that is going to be the end of the video for today. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.